What is good, Tesla family? It's your boy Ray J back with another video, and in this video I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm currently not available to be recording on Tuesday. I know you're watching this on Tuesday. This video is actually pre-recorded on Monday night, and I'm doing this because I'm not available to record on Tuesday. So once again, this was recorded on Monday night, but I'm going to do something different, and that is I'm going to go into more detail about technical analysis for Tesla. I'm going to talk about the latest situation with Elon Musk selling shares. I'm also going to talk about what on earth did Elon Musk end up saying quite recently, and how did he respond on his Twitter to something very cool. Now, before I do get started and talk about some Elon Musk tweets and what's going on with the technical analysis of Tesla, I do have to mention some important things. The first thing is I'm not a financial advisor, guys. This is all for entertainment purposes only. The second thing is, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, but benefits the entire Tesla community as a whole. And the last thing is, if you guys can, please check out the Moomoo link down below. If you do sign up, you're going to qualify for an iPhone 13 Pro giveaway. So you may win an iPhone 13 Pro, and you're also going to get up to 5 free stocks each worth up to $3,500. With that out of the way, guys, let's get on with the video. So first off, let's just talk about Elon Musk real quick before I go into full detail with some technical analysis. And as of right now, according to Factbox, it was updated just 10 minutes ago. As of December 13th, 2021, Elon Musk sold about $13 billion worth of Tesla shares. Now, another thing I need to talk about is this right over here. It was actually reported just like 39 minutes ago that he sold another 906.5 million. So this is indicative that he's selling less and less and less as time goes on, which means that he may be, getting closer to the ending of this whole selling cycle. Now, I'm not saying that he's done selling just yet, but I am saying that it appears that he's selling a little bit less. And here's the reason why. You guys can see right here, it was reported by CNBC, as I showed you guys in the past, that Elon Musk faces a $15 billion tax bill, which is likely the real reason why he's selling stock. So my point in saying this is that I don't know if this is all the stock he's going to sell. He may sell 15 billion. He may sell a little bit more than that, because he did say on his Twitter he may be selling about 10%, or at least he implied it. So at the end of the day, one thing I know is that he should be more than halfway done. He may be maybe 50 to 65% done with the selling by now, maybe even more than that. But like I said before, we're getting closer to the end of this cycle, and things are still looking pretty good. So do not panic over this. Do not become too afraid, guys. This is something that was expected, and it's not necessarily the end of the world, because he is still holding the large majority of his shares. He still owns hundreds of billions of dollars worth of Tesla shares. It's not the end. So Elon Musk also said this quite recently. He stated that our intent with Tesla was always that we would serve as an example to the car industry. So people are basically saying, congratulations to Elon Musk. Elon Musk stated that, and he was rewarded the Person of the Year according to Time, and he responded with a big thank you. So once again, huge congratulations to him, and a lot of people are just very, very excited for what on earth is going to happen in the future. So the future is still very bright. So let me talk about the short-term technical analysis, then the long-term right after. I'll make this very simple and short for you guys. So basically, I know my numbers are a little bit off, guys. I don't know exactly what's going to play out tomorrow, because the market is in a very uncertain state right now. We don't know what the Fed is going to be reporting just yet. Okay, we don't completely know yet. It does appear, though, it's very likely that they're going to be raising interest rates in the near future, but they may be reporting it, on Wednesday, which would be, tomorrow for the time you watch this video, on Wednesday, or they may not do it until the start of 2022. But it does appear that they're probably going to do it starting in, I would say, on Wednesday, because of the fact that inflation is getting out of hand. So that means that we could see a little bit more of a drop. So if Tesla did drop on Tuesday, guys, remember, we have strong support at 921. We also have a very strong support at the $850 level. So I know it's scary for me to talk about levels like that, but once again, remember, this big correction was something we expected, but the long term is still looking very bright. There are many technical indicators all saying the same things. Even if you look at some EMAs, Tesla is currently below all of its EMAs right now over shorter, even long time periods. And the MACD, RSI, they're all showing the same thing. Even look at the CCI real quick. It's showing the exact same thing. Tesla is kind of like oversold, and it's kind of dipping, and there are some bearish indicators. But this is not just Tesla, guys. The same thing is happening to the SPY, to Bitcoin, to Dogecoin. The entire market, even Apple, was in the red, guys. So don't necessarily look at this as a bad thing. And I want to talk about how I see Tesla kind of moving. So look at this right here. So as you guys know, I'm very bullish for Tesla for the long-term future, but in the short term, we could see dips here and there. So what I'm trying to say is, maybe next week or even for the next few weeks, we may see Tesla at a very similar level to where it is now, or it may be a little bit lower. But at the same time, if you give it some time, if you wait a couple of months, even if you wait a year, you should be well into the green again. And this thing could easily hit all time highs again, right? We all know that. But how on earth is the price dictated? And the thing is, there are many theories that help basically show this. They display it relatively well. And one of the examples of that is known as the Wyckoff accumulation schematic. This is a theory that came out almost a century ago, and it basically still works really well. And this it doesn't represent just you and me selling, guys. As you guys know, Tesla is $1 trillion company. So even if millions of people buy and sell it or do all sorts of things, it can affect the price a little bit here and there. But I do believe that the large majority of Tesla's moves, they are dictated by institutions, these massive hedge funds, these massive companies, ARK Invest, companies like that. They play a very big role, and they trade companies. They move stock prices based off data, based off news, based off things like that. And it tends to follow similar patterns. It's not always perfect, but this is just a theory of how the price may move. So one of the things that's very interesting is when you look at Wyckoff, there are different phases, and I kind of mapped out how this may have been playing out for Tesla. So I'm going to show you this real quick. And Tesla doesn't always follow this, guys. It's not perfect, like I said, but this is just a theory of what may play out in the future. So I have the chart right now. So this is today, right here where my cursor is, but I have it mapped out all throughout 2021. And you guys could see something very interesting. Okay, remember, see all these green candles when Tesla's exploding. This is known as like more of a bullish cycle. And then there are other instances where Tesla's not in a bullish cycle and we're more in an accumulation phase, when institutions start kind of buying a little bit, then they sell to drop it, and they buy a little more and bring it up, and they try to accumulate more shares, they try to make plays, they do all sorts of things like that. They're basically watching the share price 24/7, so to speak, and they make all sorts of moves. Okay, it's also dictated by news, other things like that. But anyways, I kind of mapped this out pretty well. I don't think it's perfect. I'm not perfect, guys. I know that. I will make mistakes in my life, so don't take this with a grain of salt. But you guys could kind of see how this played out. Okay, so we had a bullish cycle, right? Tesla ran all the way up to about, what is that, almost $900, around $900 back in January 2021. Okay, then watch this. We start dropping, right? We have this PS right here. We run up, we drop all the way down, all the way down. This is I keep on forgetting what all the terms are. I'm kind of forgetful, but I have it mapped out right over here. So they also talk about this thing called the composite man, and he's the one that's like supposedly dictating the price, but he's just a figurative for institutions. These giant institutions, they have different intentions. They're doing all sorts of different things, and you guys can see how it looks just like this. But let me show you this in a different way. So PS represents preliminary support, and myself, I just forgot that, whatever. But we have the preliminary support right here. This is when it starts dipping just a little bit, and there's enough support to stop it from dropping, because at that time people could still be very bullish. Then we run up, then we start to drop. We have the SC, and the SC is represented by the selling climax. This is when there's a widespread of selling and more selling pressure. So that's when there's kind of panic selling, so to speak. So that's kind of what ended up playing out here. We had an automatic reaction right here, right up here, and then we started phase B. Then we have this first secondary test right here. It's all kind of like mushed together, and some people theorize that we kind of trade around fractals, and sometimes it's like kind of smashed together, sometimes it's more spread out. But guys, look at this. We have the AR, right? We're up, we drop down, then we start to run up. And I think, wait, hold on. I think that after we dipped right there, we have this first like TP like shape. Okay, then we have this secondary test in phase B. Okay, then we run up to, there's another TP. It's very similar to this right here in phase B. Do you guys see phase B? Wait, hold on. I'm trying to make this as clear as possible. Let me try to make this bigger. Okay, there. Phase B is right here, okay? A run up. There's one TP, we drop. Another TP, we drop. And then look at how accurate this part is. We had an extended phase C and phase D, and even maybe not phase E, but more towards phase C and phase D. Look at this spring. This is the low point right here. Do you guys see how the spring aligns? This is the start of phase C. We run up. This spring is supposed to run up, then we drop one more time to have a test. The test is right there. It's almost perfect. We run up again. Okay. Then from here, we start trading a little bit sideways. So it could be argued that this last point of support would be right here or right here. I mean, to me, that doesn't matter because it's a bullish cycle. But I kind of put it like right here when we had this consolidation. That's a good area. So we had that consolidation, we dropped. That was the last point of support. We run up. Then we have the sign of strength. And then we have the last point of support. Then we start phase E and we just absolutely exploded all the way up to 1,243, right? Do you guys remember that? That happened just a few weeks ago. Do you guys see how well this aligned? And what else is crazy is this chart is not supposed to be this perfect all the time. There's other times we see similar things like this happen, right? Right here, we could see a miniature accumulation phase that lasted just a couple of months. Right here, I'm going to make it very small. It's not perfect, like I said, but look how similar it is. You guys could kind of see we have the run up, a drop, automatic reaction, secondary test, this first TP, second TP, the dip right here. This is the spring. This would be the test. This is the run up, leading us all the way to the LPS. And once again, phase E. I don't know if you guys saw that as well as I did, but you guys get my point. This is something that typically happens to Tesla. It's maybe not always perfect, like I said. So what I anticipate is going to happen, guys. And the reason why I showed you the past in Tesla is I think we might see something similar play out in the future. Tesla's share price may look just like this for the next few weeks. Maybe it'll last a month or so. To me, it doesn't matter. And you could kind of see we're starting this test, and which means that we could see a little bit more downside. We're on a like what appears to be a falling wedge. And what could end up happening is, look, this whole cycle could maybe play out in a month. It may take 2 months. It may take 6 months. I don't really know that. But this is just something that we should be looking out for because eventually there's going to be a recovery. Okay. And for me, guys, like I said, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't like to make very insane predictions all the time. I just know that for Tesla, you could do whatever you want. You could try to day trade it, get call options, puts, whatever you want. You're free to do that. But if you're a person that does not have a lot of time to invest in the stock market, you're not constantly looking at stocks, one strategy would be, and what I normally do is one of the best ways I've made money off Tesla was dollar cost averaging. So that means I'm constantly just buying as it dips. I buy more. If it dips a little more, I keep buying more. And I don't put all my money in at once, especially because of the fact that we are anticipating a drop, right? I'd be very careful with that. But like I said, I can't give financial advice. So take that with a grain of salt. And that's just something that I think could play out. And like I said, all you got to do is if you want to increase the odds of getting a return, just buy, hold, and wait it out and just keep on buying as it dips. That's kind of what I've been doing, and it works really well. I have day traded Tesla as well, made a lot of money doing that. But like I said, most people don't have a whole lot of time to just stare at charts all day, or at least for many hours. But it's really up to you guys. It's your own life, your own money. You could figure it out from that way. I gave you guys my advice and what I think is going to play out. But once again, this is not financial advice. But anyways, guys, thank you for listening. I really hope you found some use in this video. This is just an example of what may play out for Tesla for the future. But remember, the recovery will eventually come. So don't worry about this drop. I don't know how long it'll last, but one thing I do know is I'll keep on giving you guys new content. I'm very excited for what Elon Musk has for the future, and I'm very bullish for Tesla for the long run. So thank you again. Have a great rest of the day, and peace out.